Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! No, my sword! Let me weave you a verse.
Animal hypostasis and...
This is where you fall. Transfixed! I'm going in! Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power.
Enhanced Animal Module 75! Absorption test!
Everlasting as the moon!
Think you can bully me? Stand clear! Animal hypos... Sayonara special!
Tagari, fetch! Bullseye!
What a joke! Take a break. How tiresome.
Here, boy! One down!
Swirl, mark a spot of tea time entertainment. Take a break. What a joke!
You're in for a little shock.
Absorption test.
Let's begin. Pirouette. Crystalline Adagio. Yeah.
Bullseye! It's dog eat dog!
A spot of tea time entertainment. Stand clear. Enhanced Animal Module 75.
Witness the snow swan's grace. Together.
What a joke!
Gun it! Here, boy!
Crystalline Adagio. no mercy.
Oh, that smells great! Huh? Are those?
Just a moment.
Refreshing taste.
Another serving.
Make that too.
Yes. I asked enough of her. Well, my sleeves are too wide. They brush against the pot if I'm... I struggle so. You have to get the temperature and proportions just right. Sure. Let's start with crumb cake. Would you like to try one? What do you think?
Did Paimon miss anything? Ah! It's so sound! It's all about the... If you hadn't said anything,
Okay. Here.
Really?
Good enough to be...
Totally!
Yes. For my friend, do you still remember though the food couldn't do? I did not give it much the time and what I enjoyed, and the less those hands.
Aww. Paimon's gonna blush if you go on like that. To be honest, we were...
Indeed. Would you come with me to apart from the crumb cup?
Why?
Well...
Phew! We were running all over. Fun. Their reactions were kind of surprising, though.
It's fine.
In that case, well, I'm a definite... Paimon can understand her being hesitant about wearing the wreath, but seriously, she stared at the Krumkakes for a good 10 minutes and...
It seems Yahoda got quite the fright, though. Perhaps we shouldn't have...
Maybe she's just naturally more alert? Still...
As for our other friends who aren't in Not Cry... Here.
Ooh, it's a... Huh?
Well, you already had some of those while taste testing. That's good to... And there's one more gift. I've heard it said that the skies belong to the birds. And while the vast space between the two is reserved... With this by your side, may your path forward ever be lit as with moonlight. And thank you for your companionship.
And just like that, we're in Snezhnaya! Feels like we only just left Notcry. Remember back in Nasha Town? How all our friends came to see us off before we left? The day's finally come! We're off to meet the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya! What is she planning? And why does she need the Gnosies? Soon, we'll have our answers! Guess this'll be the end of your journey that your brother mentioned. What is he expecting you to find there? Snezhnaya still feels like a long way away. Hopefully, there'll be plenty of time to relax, eat some good food, and have fun before we arrive. But whenever Paimon gets thinking about how our destination is right around the corner, all these questions come flooding into Paimon's head. It makes her so nervous. Yeah. Anyway, enough about all that. We can't start the final leg of our journey with that kind of mindset. Just think. We've fought dragons and sea monsters, defeated creations of the gods, faced prophecies of doom and the threat of the abyss. Heck, we've even been to the moon! With all that experience under our belts, how could we be any more prepared? Sure thing! Now, stick close to Paimon, the best guide you could ever...
What about me? Do I get a call out?
Whoa! Columbina? You kinda snuck up on us there. Don't look at Paimon! Paimon didn't sell you out this time! Oh, so it was you! it now.
All your friends have gathered at the flagship to see you off. I invited Sandrone, too. But she said she had to go back to Snezhnaya. She must be busy. She had some nasty things to say about you before leaving. Would you like to hear them?
She hasn't changed it.
If they're heading to Snezhnaya. Also, please tell them not to count on getting help from a Fatui Harbinger in Snezhnaya. Our time working together was not terrible, precisely, but we're on different sides. So when you get there, don't do anything to make life difficult for both of us.
Well, that definitely sounds on brand for her. The attitude, the reasoning. All right, we'll do our best to keep our distance then.
No, you've misunderstood. I think she means that she'd like you to go see, as long as you don't.
Huh. You really have to read between the lines with Centrone.
Go on, get to the flagship. Everyone should be there by now. Today, I want to return the favor.
It's definitely nice to be treated, but hopefully by this point...
The mood.
Wow! Pure white as far as the eye can see! It's so pretty! Come on, keep up! What's wrong? Come on, let's go! Starfall! Drop! Look! They look similar to the ones in Nodcry. You know, just minus the effects of Kawaki. That's a sure sign that we're officially in Snezhnaya now. There's gotta be a treasure chest around here somewhere. No adventure is complete without a chest or two. Ah! Paimon got a mouthful of snow! Ooh, it's so cold! Paimon's gonna snuggle up to you for a bit to get warm! places. Let's see how your camera skills are these days. Whoa, wait a sec. Paimon sees something. Come on, quick! It looks like a train carriage. Paimon's heard that Snezhnaya has... Its heart, everything feels heavy. Oh, no need. Paimon's just feeling a little low on energy. Yep. Seems like this snowstorm is getting worse by the minute. Paimon can barely fly. Oh, look! There's a cabin over there! Phew! Let's get out of this storm!
What is this place? Where's Paimon? I need to find her. Fast! Paimon? Paimon! That's strange. Where could she be? I guess I'll try further ahead. Hang in there, Paimon. Is that a train carriage? Maybe I can get up from the inside. Is this an answer from this world? here. Krasnik's torch, civilian model. It's definitely getting a little warmer now it's turned on. I really hope Paimon's okay. Answer from this world? What was that strange sound? I can't tell if... Paimon? Paimon, is that you?
Incoming entity detected. Authorization granted. Initiating original. Hello, Descender, who's reached the eve of tomorrow. Eye of Gray at your service. Time since last activation. Time measurement unavailable due to the influence of... I am... to this end, I must... Strange. What was it? Huh? Why is my body like this? I have been like this since I was created. And yet, I also have memories and an awareness of a physical form that I once had. But this contradicts my current status. Anyway, I was created so that humanity could reach tomorrow. But I am unable... Nevertheless, serving humanity remains in accordance with my preset programming upon reactivation. Will you accept me, Transcender? I will assist you, protect you, and... You have made a very wise decision. Now, I detected that you called out a name earlier. The name was Paimon. After helping you get out of here, merely the tip of the iceberg. Now that we have reached an accord, you will be my new user. May I ask your name? Very well. I will remember this name until the mission is complete. I need to recover my body. To unlock tomorrow, and help the suffering masses to reach the far shores where the empty ark floats. I can sense my power scattered across this ice-covered land. I even have a vague sense of where it might be found. But right now, that is not essential. The key right now is you. You must survive and reunite with your companion. You may now execute the command, Demolish. Use it to remove the prime ice blocking the path and obtain prime ice units. Prime ice unit count has been updated. You may now execute the command, Build. Use it to create a prime ice construct to prop up the door.
A reward on the road.
Scanning local environment. Exit has been sealed off with ice. That would not be an efficient approach. You can use this to clear the solid ice ahead of you more quickly.
Is this an answer from this world?
construct blueprint added to records. You may now execute the command, build heat source. Generate a temporary heat source to rapidly melt the solid ice.
A reward on the road.
My scan indicates the path is straight ahead. I recommend we proceed. Kresnik Crystal located. Please, the recent construct you built provides highly efficient heating by utilizing. Unfortunately, prime ice constructs have a very short lifespan and cannot be stabilized during the development. That said, I have already forgotten. Yes, perhaps. But for now, all you need to remember is this: if you collect. Low power. Please use Kresnik Crystal to replenish energy reserves. Signs of physiological activity detected in the distance. It is highly likely to be your travel companion, Paimon. Go. Go now. Be reunited and sing together. May all the people be united as one. May all of life rejoice in unison. Approaching the target location. Scanning for signs of life. Life forms detected. 2. Affirmative. However, that is not the reason for real-time environmental data suggests that the train station may...
Paimon!
Don't worry. She's only sleeping. You must be the Traveler. She called your newcomers to Snezhnaya struggle to adapt to the sheer cold at the best of times. Lately, even the local... You two must be.
Your eyes. Are you Conrian?
There are indeed some Conrian. It would be unwise to interrogate my identity. We will meet again.
The unidentified subject has now left the area. He appears to be an individual of great significance, but my search has yielded no relevant data. I will try searching the database again. Against the odds, your companion is safe and sound. The other person even left a blanket for her.
Traveler! Oh, thank goodness you're okay. Paimon was so worried. She looked everywhere for you.
It's okay. Take it easy. Are you feeling all right?
Pretty much the same as when we first got to Snezhnaya. Paimon must have got it. Wait, where did the jester go? Yep, the director of the Fatui. The jester.
The jester must know everything about the Tsaritsa's plans. Well, he was...
He had no intention of explaining his motives.
Hey! What the... Who is that? It looks like... half a pair of goggles. How amazing! A self-aware, talking pair of goggles.
Snezhnaya was once the land of the Fae. There are many ancient creations here that I'm sure would broaden your mind further still. Mind you, my database is also expanding as we speak. You...
Oh, wow! Well...
Goodwill detected. Instead of candy, perhaps I can suggest my preferred strategy.
Oh, that makes sense. Every pair... Anyway, back to the... when he first showed up. He already knew Paimon's name. And he acted like he expected Paimon to know who he was, too. Paimon could tell that he was Conrian from his eyes. And he definitely seemed like someone pretty important. It was only later, after he rescued Paimon from the snow, that he properly introduced him. Oh, seems unlikely. He ran into the snow following the sound of Paimon's voice, with a really anxious expression on his face. And after bringing Paimon here, he just stared out at the snow. Paimon didn't feel unsafe around him, and he didn't seem to have any ulterior motives. For all we know, he might have just ignored Paimon's question so she'd give up and go to sleep.
Please allow me to interrupt. Fatui and director are unfamiliar terms.
Wait, you've seriously never heard of the Fatui? Oh,
Understood. Since they hold elite positions and serve their god directly, it stands to reason that they would conduct themselves with due decorum. I am inclined to agree with your assessment, Miss Paimon. I did not detect any...
Sorry, I shouldn't have encouraged you to talk so much. Paimon, new plan. The jester mentioned that this snowstorm being the work of a monster is worse than most. Even if we made it to Snezhnograd, we'd still have to wait out the storm before we could do any exploring.
oh, well, we were really psyched up for this journey when we first set up.
Further information is required regarding the monster situation. But objectively speaking, there is another, more pressing issue at hand. At this point, we have traveled a significant distance into the blizzard. Were we to turn back now, the road would be extremely treacherous, especially since we would need to travel on foot. If, however, we continue... Do you remember what I said as we neared this location? I told you that this is a train station. While it has evidently fallen into disuse for unknown reasons, The track, we can break through the blizzard and forge ahead by driving a train. That is the Snezhnayan way. There is a small town up ahead, which would be the perfect place for Miss Paimon to rest and recover.
Paimon thinks Goggles here makes a great point. Let's do that! Oh, come on. Don't worry. Think of all the traveling we've done so far. When has Paimon ever gotten sick before? Practically never. 'Cause she...
Affirmative. Should you ever need my assistance during your future adventures, please call for the Eye of Grey whenever you wish. Otherwise, I will remain silent to avoid causing any unnecessary distraction. Now, please follow me to the train tracks.
A reward on the road.
Please confirm when you are ready to depart. Heading north from here, we will soon arrive at... Wait, there's an error message. Could not detect clear tracks. Brace for impact, friends! How strange. Not only was the station's status different from my records, but even the rail...
Yeah. Thanks.
My sincere apologies for putting you in danger. I'm afraid I'm as confused by all this as you... Agreed. This is likely a consequence of outdated... Fortunately, our crash landing has at least brought us much closer to the town. According to the data, anyway.
Your data had better...
I can assure you, it certainly is. Please look this way, and you will see a Kresnik's torch. It seems our ill-fated train ride was a blessing in disguise. We have taken the rest assured that I will take user preferences into account next time I plan a route. Next time, I will get it right.
Excuse me? Is there an inn nearby?
I'm sorry, but they've all closed.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. We're looking for a place to stay.
I can't even afford to warm my own house, let alone run a business.
Excuse us. Is there anywhere we can stay around these parts?
I'm afraid not. You'll have to try your luck somewhere else.
All we can do is wait for the next shipment of Kresnik Crystal to get here.
Hi there. Do you know if there are any inns still taking guests in this town?
Doubt it. They're probably all closed. No one has enough Kresnik Crystal to heat their own homes, let alone a business.
Oh, what a bummer.
I clocked you a while back. You adventurers or something? We don't get many tourists in inland Snezhnaya these days.
Why is that? Because of the snowstorm?
In part. But the bigger reason's Project Stuja. Since it's Her Majesty's will, we have to put up with it whether we like it or not. Oh, sorry. I assumed it was common knowledge by now. Basically, the Tsaritsa is planning something big. Something that requires an enormous amount of energy. Even if they used all the surplus Kresnik Crystal in Snezhnaya, it still wouldn't be enough to meet demand. So, the Vetcha passed a resolution requiring all factories and households to reduce their energy consumption. The policy has thus been charmingly named Project Stuja, meaning bitter cold.
Bitter cold? So, like, it's gonna be a cold winter, folks? You're all gonna have to find...
Pretty much. When you're broke, you scrimp and save. When it's cold, you huddle together for warmth. There's always a way to stretch things out to make ends meet. Trouble is, if you stretch someone out like an elastic band for too long, who knows if...
Can you please explain to me why the price of Kresnik Crystal has gone up by 1/3 again? You only come here twice a month. This won't even last us a week.
The supply and pricing of Kresnik Crystal are based on current... We Fatui are only responsible for delivery and security. I'm not in a position to explain to you how the figures are calculated, but I assure you, they are as fair and reasonable as possible.
Oh, so our lives mean nothing to you? How can you expect anyone to survive a single night in this weather without heating?
Since you insist on making me repeat myself every single visit, I will remind you again. There is no monopoly on the trade of Kresnik Crystal.
What market? Nobody else is selling! And when they do, they charge 8 times the normal rate! It's robbery is what it is!
Which is why the Snezhnograd Veche passed a resolution to support border communities. Without which, you wouldn't even be able to buy Crystal from us to begin with. So if you're here just to argue, move aside and let the next person in line come forward. Everyone's feeling the cold here.
You... All right, everyone, let's calm down for a second. A few words, if I may. We all know how cold it is. And the more it snows, the harder life gets. Everyone's struggling already. Let's not make things even more difficult for each other.
But Liaison Shishkin, there's clearly something wrong with this quota. I have a family in Marepasuk.
Oh, believe you me, I had the same reaction when I first saw the numbers. Couldn't believe what I was reading. Still, you must understand that calculating these energy quotas is a complicated balancing act. They have to factor in population, town. Our top priority must be to keep the largest Kresnik's torch burning continuously. Only then can we sell the remaining crystal for household use, and in doing so, we must make sure that everyone is treated fairly. As our Fatui comrades said, they are only responsible.
That's right. Our duty is to do things by the book.
Tell you what, listen. I know how anxious and upset everyone is. As a matter of fact, what we can do is open the lower combustion chamber of the Kresnik's torch to the public. You can come to me directly to register. I can't guarantee there'll be ample energy for household use. But we can at least make sure you'll be able to boil water and cook food each day. Let's hang in there and make this work together. All right?
Fine. I don't see any alternative.
So, this is Project Stuja in action, huh? Oh.
You were looking for an inn, right?
Oh, Paimon's not a fae. Just...
I have a small place in Stratomaros. I don't stay there very often, though, so it's pretty basic. But if you're not picky, you're welcome to rest there for now. It's not much, but I've got blankets and a warm fire.
Are you sure? Oh, that's really kind of you.
All right, then. This way. Hello, I'm Alosha. I'm a hunter. Though, if you've talked to any highwaymen...
Getting nice and toasty. Oh, wait. Paimon only introduced herself so far, didn't she? This is Paimon's best friend, the Traveler.
Good to meet you. I'm Alosha. Most travelers find the Snezhnayan climate to be a shock to the system. Still, you should keep an eye on your condition. When people are too quick to dismiss a cold, it can easily end up turning into something more serious.
Don't say that. Paimon's too young for
They aren't in town right now, and they won't be back anytime. I do a lot of hunting, so I spend most of my time exposed to the elements. But even the animals wouldn't survive long. Nothing to do but sit tight in town until the weather improves. I get that you're in a hurry, but even if the station were open, that doesn't mean... What? Your own train? Wait, hold on. That train? The one that suddenly fell out of the sky and crash-landed on the ice?
Oh, we got lucky and found it in a cave. Oh, then our...
Pretty crazy for a random find in the mountains. I've been doing some digging recently. Turns out, the real reason for the current energy crisis in Stratomeros is that some of the supply is being seized for a private stockpile. But to expose what's going on, I need to catch them in the act. So, I'm heading off to catch a rabbit.
Huh? Wait, a rabbit stole the crystal?
It's a figure of speech. Real rabbit Shishkin. Mr. Positive Attitude, let's all get along.
Him? Really? Paimon never would have...
Huh? You're coming with?
Huh. Oh, okay then. Just give Paimon a second. All right. Guess there's no point pushing myself. Paimon will...
Oh yeah, there's one more introduction to do. Tagarin, get in here.
Oh, a doggy. Oh, angry doggy.
He likes to think he's above that kind of thing. He's my hunting partner, so he'll be joining us when we head out. Carrots aside, we'll need to stay completely undetected. We can't risk spooking our rabbit, or there's no telling which burrow he'll scurry back into. First, we need to find a way into the train station and see if we can find... Then, we get Tagarin to catch a scent and find out which way the crystal went. What are you eating?
Oh, check it out. When you're up... Good doggy. Good doggy.
A fellow dog lover.
Yep. And rabbit lover. Carrots are great too, you know.
Good to know. Eat up, Tagarin. We got a lot... Wait. Nice work, Tagarin. Come on, we'll go around. This way. We'll enter from the upper floor. There we go. A freight looks as new as the day it was printed. Yeah, this is all we need. Tugarin's a keen hunter. Anywhere there's a stove, there'll be the scent of Cristal. That's normal. Anywhere there's a stove, there'll be the scent of Cristal. That's normal. But if he picks up the scent of Cristal somewhere and there's no stove around, that's how we know something's up. This must be the rabbit's warren. Sure enough, there's a tunnel. You stay here and keep watch. I'm gonna take a look inside.
Thanks for looking out for us.
No need to thank me. Let's grit our teeth until the blizzard passes. These days of hardship will be over soon.
Maybe for everyone else, Liaison Shishkin. But for you, the hard time...
Huh? Who are you?
I just had a question for you. Why, when times are as tough as this, would someone hoard more Kresnik Cristal than they... All the crates here are from the most recent shipment, but they weren't brought here for... Would you be able to shed any light...
Me? Why, I have no idea. But look at how much there is. It's quite a godsend. Now there...
This godsend was found in a cellar adjacent to your residence following a tip from Mr. Alosha. And this is only a fraction of what we found down there. We're still taking a full inventory. The official figures will be finalized shortly. I've always been grateful for your efforts to mediate between us and the townspeople of Sretomaros.
How?
We trusted you to have our...
Hey. I owe you all an apology. I'm sorry. isn't who I am. We all know how I grew up in Alatir, a small village with no train station. Deliveries of Kresnik Crystal have ceased there entirely. If nothing is done, you know as well as I do how I watched as energy. Looks like I'm just not cut out to be a criminal. I have the official Snezhnayan quotas here. Anyone who has already purchased energy, please make your way over here to... I'll make a batch purchase of Crystal worth 3 months' salary for you all.
You don't have to go...
Yeah, owning up to your mistake is enough for me.
Drop the act. You claim this was a one-time mistake, but the real reason there's only...
Reporting in, sir. We've conducted a full search of the mayor's house. As expected.
This wasn't your first time at all. The train station's currently out of service, but it does open for a short window every time there's an energy delivery. And every time the mayor handpicks said workers. Per his instructions, they transport the Crystal by tunnel at night to the mayor's house, and he sells it out of town. But since he can't get the goods out of town by train, he had to arrange an alternative method of transportation. This...
Wait. The mayor's...
Preposterous. What proof do you have of any of this?
Basic math. I've spent a lot of time...
Counting carriages.
The energy consumed by a train depends on its total weight. And since energy is a limited resource right now, it's fair to assume that every carriage is packed full. So, if we take the energy required for the Kresnik's torch, add the sales figures the numbers never match. It's always off by 1 or 2 carriages worth. This time, you set a new record. 3 carriages missing.
You mean to
I'm a hunter. I have 2 options. Hunt or starve.
Well, I've heard enough. The evidence speaks for itself. Take Shishkin...
You cocky little brat! Ruining my business! Just you wait.
Yeah, something felt off.
Thank you for your assistance. Shishkin was quite the cunning criminal, as I'm sure you can tell. He did all of this right. Even with that without the compelling case. Alosha, was it?
We can go find some wild
I didn't mean to. They hide in plain sight. They aren't a violent or...
First I've heard of this. I don't really keep up with what goes on in the city. All I know is, people who don't mind their own business in the city end up paranoid about it. As for me, I just couldn't stand Shishkin. I'm from Alatir myself, and I can tell you, nobody's lived there in years. Why would an abandoned village need Crystal? Of course, no one really cares about the fate of that place. I'm guessing today is the first you've heard of it.
I see. It does sound quite tragic. Really. Well, thanks again for your assistance, and your friend here too. I will report this incident to Snezhnagrad. The Fatui will take over energy distribution until new officials are appointed. Looks like it's my turn to brush up on math now. I never liked it as a kid either.
Don't mention it. Isn't the soldier overseeing the delivery supposed to verify the quantity of the goods? Was he just careless? Or was he being paid off? Excuse me. I'll take a share of Kresnik. I need to take a detour before we head back. There's someone I have to deliver this crystal to. Hang tight for a moment. This old lady, she doesn't really know who's who anymore.
Oh, grandson. It's so cold today. You must be freezing.
Ma'am?
Alosha? Alosha who?
You know me. I came by earlier today. Clean the ashes out of your stuff.
Oh, now, how often do I get to see my grandson? Come on, take a...
It's okay. You just rest. I'm fine.
Oh, you. It's nice to come and visit your old granny once in a while, isn't it? Sretomaros, a good town. All sorts of things to do and people to meet. And the local officials are good to us. Sit down. Come on, take a seat.
Please, don't get up on my account. You need to rest. Where's the fruit?
Right under the basket by the door. Or maybe it was on the bedside cabinet. Well, grandson dear, do you like it?
Very much, ma'am. It's delicious.
Good, good.
You don't need to save any more for me next time, all right? Fresh fruit is hard to come by at the moment. You should eat it as soon as you get it.
Oh, I don't need it. I'm fine. But if you like it, come back for some more soon.
Some kinds... things for special occasions. I met her at the market back before her health began declining. She was a lovely old lady. We're from the same hometown. Not many people have heard of Alatir. And if they have, it's usually for all the wrong reasons. There's a gang of highwaymen. Now that it's an abandoned village, it's rare to find anyone who shares fond memories of our hometown. So after we got talking and realized, I first learned of Sretomaros' energy supply problems from a passing comment in one of her letters. Then, after her health went downhill, I started visiting more often to check in on her. The town's been in decline for a while now, but because of her memory problems, She thinks of it as the bustling... That said, I kinda appreciate her optimism. There's not much of it going around in this world. It's fine. Everyone grows old. In Snezhnaya, some people believe that in your final moments, you'll sense a familiar presence by your side. You turn to look at them, but their face is blurry. So you focus hard, trying to make the Grim Reaper reaches out and takes your life. She still calls me grandson, though. So at least I'm not a blurry face in her world just yet. Come on, let's get back and see how...
Take it easy.
Hi, Mon. We're back. Are you feeling any better?
Yep. Paimon's not cold anymore. But Paimon's sure she'll be fine. It's probably just from getting hit on the head by that pile of snow when we first arrived in Snezhnaya.
Her complexion's looking much better. Let's keep an eye on her.
Sure, but enough about...
I'll explain. It's...
Jeez. So, you said...
Yeah. Well, enough to survive at... Don't know. The thing is, we were told...
Extending it?
That's what everyone suspects. But even though opposition has... He's the chair of the Snezhnograd Veche and a key figure in the voting process. He has the backing of many...
How come the Fatui are picking on ordinary people even here in Snezhnaya?
I don't see it like that. But that doesn't mean they don't care about the plight of the common folk. The only reason Sratomro still receives Crystal shipments is because of a relief proposal put forward by the Rooster himself. Then there's the Fatui soldiers providing support in every corner of the nation. Even the Northland Bank. It's just that the rich and powerful in their fancy palaces live in a completely different world from us. There's always gonna be some conflict when those worlds collide. Yeah, well, even though we all believe in Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, there are still many differences of opinion on how best to tackle the big issues of the day. Regular folk don't have an easy way of getting their voices heard in Snezhnograd, while the rich and powerful are either unwilling or afraid to speak out for all sorts of complicated reasons. The Rokad provides the disaffected with false identities and an outlet to vent their frustrations. Of course, an organization like that exists in a gray area. The moment the Veche think they've crossed a line, there's sure to be a crackdown. But so far, they've been doing their best to help the common folk. Like us, don't you mean? You didn't hesitate.
That's because we're adventurers. It's our job to help people out with commissions and get to the bottom of things.
Sounds like we're going to get along. So, what's your business in Snezhnograd?
I want to meet the Tsaritsa. It's her ultimate goal, what the Gnosis mean in all of this. Since I've made it this far in my journey, I have to find the truth, whatever it takes.
Wait, so... No way. Are you who I think you are?
Sounds like you've heard of us then. We're getting more famous by the day.
I didn't realize I was in the company of giants. Honestly, we're all as curious as you are about what the Tsaritsa's planning, and why it has to involve us freezing to death in the snow. But getting in the same room as her won't be easy. The common folk aren't permitted to meet her at the best of times, and right now, she's probably not even in Snezhnograd. Yeah, so you've heard of it. It also absorbs everything around it into its body, so it's growing constant. Luckily, as it grew, it became increasingly less mobile, so it doesn't pose an immediate threat to this town or to Snezhnograd. I'm sure that Tsaritsa and her personal guard, the Druzhna, won't have any trouble defeating the creature between them. It's just suffice to say... Fair. Well, the Fatui will be taking over management of the train station for the time being. Once it's open, we can see about getting your train towed to the station.
Whoa! That's gotta tick.
The Fatui aren't exactly spotless in this whole mess. Plus, we helped them out. Should be easy enough to negotiate. As far as I know, all the paperwork is dealt with upon manufacture. I've never seen anyone check it, so I wouldn't worry. Having a train makes everything much easier. We'll reach Snezhnograd in no time. I need to head there myself anyway. Got some game to trade for more. I know a good doctor in the city. I'll introduce you when we get there.
Oh, thanks so much. Let's get a good...
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh. One client, two clients, three clients. Huh?
Drive carefully, all right? You don't want to end up in this situation again. Also, I don't... All the track switching is automated. So, we'll leave you to examine the train's conditions yourselves. Fingers crossed nothing's broken. I doubt Sratomaros has any engineers with experience working on this model.
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks for everything.
All right then. Have a safe journey. And make sure to...
Take it easy.
Alright. Looks like our destination settings have been applied. Let's give this thing a final once-over and then head out. Goggles, your time to shine!
Affirmative. Running vehicle diagnostics.
What's this?
Engine green. Diagnostics complete.
Neat! Huh. Paimon still can't get over.
I've lived in Snezhnaya my whole life, and I've never heard of an interactive, talking train autopilot.
Strictly speaking, I wasn't designed purely to drive trains, though I doubt all configurations are complete.
Away we go! Ooh, nope. Paimon's gonna find a warmer seat. Huh? What's going on?
Oh no.
What is this place? Traveler, are you okay? Paimon's still airborne, but it feels like swimming through thick.
Just our luck. Of all the things that could have gone wrong.
Halosha, you're Snezhnayan, right?
It's called the Shadow Realm. A place where no wind blows. I've only seen it a few times before, and the few who do make it back, they're never quite the same.
Huh? Then... Oh, maybe Goggles knows something. Goggles? Great!
Hold it together. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Come on, let's explore.
Look at these Fatui! It's like they've lost their minds!
Their shadows have been devoured. They're no longer amongst the living.
Go now! Advance!
I can't channel elemental energy here, but I have a few gadgets that still work.
Wait! What's that blue thing? Is that... Goggles?
Guess we better find a way over.
Let's hammer this out.
This is the last one.
What do we do next?
Play it by ear.
Hello. I am glad to see the three of you safe and sound.
For now, at least. but things aren't looking too good.
Correct. We are now inside what is known as the Shadow Realm, the darkest space in the shell, where even the most high time and space hold no meaning here. It intersects with the world of the... We must leave this place before it sinks back down into the depths.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Yes. In fact, it appears that key data is currently inaccessible. But now is not the time to resolve that problem. I have marked the exit to the Shadow Realm for your convenience. In addition, I have prepared some equipment to aid you as you traverse the Shadow Realm, Traveler. It may well be one of my core functions. Scan complete. Construction in progress. Activation code? We once peered into the past from the ruins of the shadows. This is what remains.
Whoa!
Now go. Arm yourselves with weapons of the spirit. Bring...
Is this a gun?
In the Shadow Realm, where humans cannot channel the elements, there once was one who, after much research and many attempts... Let's go. We don't have much time. When you encounter small obstacles, you can simply clamber over them. You can slide to navigate through low, narrow tunnels. Obstruction ahead. You may be able to use the explosive since element for long-range targets. Try using the scope to line up your shot. Many hostile units approaching. I suggest a new... We are under heavy fire. I suggest taking cover to avoid enemy attacks, then waiting for a suitable moment to counterattack. More enemies detected. Try attacking with the newly unlocked assault function.
Defenses have been reached!
Gotta recharge. Time to catch my breath.
Aim at the freeze mark and pull the trigger to move using the rope. Some supply points can restore a small amount of stamina. Press on. You should be able to use the prime ice construct left here to cover long distances. I recommend using this grappling gun. Such devices were originally used to secure structures in the Shadow Realm. If you detach the connected hook, the grappling gun...
All geared up.
Time to catch my breath.
Sprint at the prime ice launcher to reach high places with ease. Usable munitions detected. Frag crystal.
Can't take much more.
Reload!
Not good. Where's the back?
Demolition time!
Where's the back?
Shift your center of gravity and slide down.
How much longer is this gonna take?
The exit is right ahead. We are very close now. However...
It's like they're trying to keep us trapped here. That platform and the carriages are swarming with undead patootie. Guess we gotta storm through.
find switching to assault mode makes your attacks more effective.
Time to catch my breath. Demolition time!
Come on! We're almost there! Huh? Why is everything shaking so much?
Looks like the Shadow Realm is about to sink back down into the depths.
The exit is right here.
You mean this weird bubble thing? Wait,
No time to think. We just gotta go for it. I can't believe the Shadow Realm manifested right on the railroad. Lucky we made it out. All thanks to you and that awesome gun.
Ah, so you have heard of the Golden City before?
yeah, it came up a whole bunch in Nokrai. You're a pretty neat surprise in that sense, aren't you, Goggles? We had no idea they left cool gadgets like you behind.
Make no mistake, it was a team effort. For a first-time firearm user, your performance was quite outstanding, far beyond my expectations. As Alosha said, it is highly unusual for the Shadow Realm to manifest in a place like this, but we should still watch out for similar dangers ahead.
Oh, let's hope not. If anything else goes wrong with this trip, Paimon's gonna have train trauma for life.
The Shadow Realm can appear anywhere, not just on the railroad. I am simply advising that we take sensible precautions. Now, if you wish to further calibrate and upgrade your firearm, you may do so over there. Please take a moment to catch your breath while I repair the body of the train.
Oh, thanks, Goggles. You're a trusty train conductor.
Yes, of course. And just like the Eye of Grey, I am sure it will be a great asset to you in your future adventure.
Let's get some fresh air while the Eye of Grey fixes the train.
Yeah, sure. It's so quiet here for a train station. Not a person in sight. Just abandoned houses. Huh? So much for repair. You've swapped our train out for a whole new model.
My plan was to restore the train to its original appearance per my records as quickly as possible. Now that the repairs are complete, the train offers up. According to my calculations, perimeterization is the most effective way for the Eye of Grey to understand trend.
Hyperborea, huh? I'm sure I've heard of that in a story somewhere.
Need a refill. Now these will come in handy. Gotta recharge. Switch mode. Should be worth holding on to. Frag out! Demolition time!
Take it easy. Take it easy.
You might want to avoid looking down if you're afraid of heights.
No, it's not that. Paimon's just praying that we don't have yet another accident. That mountain is breathtaking. Reminds Paimon of Dragonspine.
They say this mountain's the domain of a Snegovic lord. A lot of the Snegovic retreated there to live in seclusion, so it's a pretty mysterious place. You hear all kinds of stories. Even the residents of the nearby town of Svietla-Lidovka steer clear of the summit, and they make a living off of harvesting primite. Look, Snezhnograd's just up ahead. Here we are. Well,
Wow!
it's built for maximum efficiency. But yes, transferring trains here can be a little tiring. In the future, you can use this train station to travel anywhere you want in Snezhnaya. For now, though, come with me. Let's get Paimon checked out. This way. There's a lift car that goes straight to Sapoliarni.
Even if I wanted to help, there's nothing I can do.
Tell me then, what am I supposed to do?
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Look! They have really funny-looking heads! And those ones are about the same height as Paimon! But it looks like they can't fly!
Those would be Volkudlak and Domovoy. You'll also see the winged Vila and the snowborn Snegovic amongst others.
No wonder! We'd heard that Snezhnaya used to be the realm of the Fae. Paimon can really see it now.
A train delay.
Indeed. Quite right.
Take it easy. It's getting a little...
To the left is the market of Zolny. They sell everything there. You can often find some nifty little trinkets. To the right, you'll see the Korolievsky Theater in the distance.
Look at that! Incredible! Wow! Snezhnegrad is stunning! Seeing it with our own eyes makes all the trouble we went through to get here worth it!
I found it pretty stunning when I first came here too. But I soon found out that stunningly beautiful means stunningly expensive. The prices here are crazy. I'm just a small-time hunter, so Zolny is where I spend most of my time. This way will take us to Podvorier Restaurant. They offer food and lodging there, so you can get settled in while I fetch the doctor.
Is that gonna be stunningly expensive too?
Yeah, I mean, there are places to stay in Zolny, but I highly doubt they'd meet your standard. Most of the stoves are out of crystal, the windows are drafty, and at night, four-legged roommate.
Yep, no way! Not a chance Paimon's staying anywhere like that. Maybe we can split the cost of the room Fine then. It's your treat. Paimon will save her money for buying a nice little cake. Don't worry, you'll get some too.
I'm glad to see you've perked up. If you find yourselves in the mood for some sightseeing later, there's a few places around here worth seeing. This way leads to Zapoliarny Palace, which serves as the Tsaritsa's audience chamber and also her personal quarters. The adjacent block is kind of a city in its own right. That's Glupov, the headquarters of the Fatui. Inside, there's a munitions factory known as the Armory Palace, producing a constant supply of all kinds of equipment for the Fatui. A lot of important research happens there, too. And over there is the Snezhnograd Vecha, where all the big shots meet regularly to make policy decisions. These places are best admired from a distance. I'm sure I don't need to explain why.
Yeah, they probably have super strict security. We're not looking for trouble right now.
The downtown area is near the center of Zapoliarny. That's where you'll find the restaurants, bookstores, and gift shops. Another place of interest is the Northland Bank, which is over this way. Oh, and I'm sure you'll want to make contact with the Adventurers Guild at some point, right? That's right here.
Ooh, speaking of adventuring, we use alchemy quite a lot. Do you know where we can find a crafting bench?
No one practices alchemy at Snezhnograd, I'm afraid. Apparently there's some historical reason for it.
Oh. We'll just have to use the one on the train then. Kinda inconvenient. Wait, how come there's one on the train if that's Snezhnayan too?
Yeah, I don't know. Not my area of expertise. Still, I wouldn't say the absence of alchemy makes life here any less convenient. Anyway... Finally, there's Zolny in that direction. It's mostly residential buildings and factories, but there's a few shops too. Worth a look around if you're interested. That's about it. You guys go ahead and get checked in while I track down my doctor friend.
Sounds good. Thanks for all the recommendations. It'll be good to get out of the cold wind. Paimon's starting to feel another headache coming on.
Podvorye restaurant is right this way.
Looks like you get what you pay for, huh? Paimon likes this room a lot! Yeah! Much better now that we're out of the cold. Oh, thanks for taking such good care of Paimon. Honestly, she feels kind of bad for throwing a wrench in the works. If this were anywhere else, we'd be out investigating and adventuring by now. But instead, we're stuck here waiting for a doctor. You're right. No need to push ourselves too hard for no reason. A lot happened on our way into the city. Let's review what we've learned so far and try to figure out what to do next. Obviously, a million more at question it sure was. And so far, but we won't get to see her anytime soon. Alosha said that she went. It must be a pretty powerful one if it can blanket the whole of Snezhnaya in a snowstorm this awful. To be honest, what we're really lacking right now is information. The kind of information that only the higher-ups in the government would know. Not word-on-the-street type of info. Paimon can think of a few people who might be able to help us. But... Right! And when we left Nogcry, Sandroni specifically left a message reminding us which side we're on. So, it's unlikely they'd tell us anything confidential about the Tsaritsa's grand plan. Yeah, fair point. Besides, That Gloop-Off place is right nearby. We've got nothing to lose, so it'd be a waste not to go. There's gotta be someone there willing to talk to us, right? Maybe Arlecchino or Cendrone? Or possibly Tartaglia. But it's unlikely we could sweet-talk Arlecchino, let alone Cendrone. She basically told us to stay in her lane already. Yeah, the last time was all the way back in Fontaine, right? Too bad we missed him in Nodcry. Apparently, he came to help out.
Hello. Is there a traveler in Paimon in there?
That's Alosha! Come in!
Hello, I'm Dr. Luneva. Alosha mentioned that one of you is feeling a little under the weather. I see. So you're my patient today, yes? And you're, Faye, I presume?
Good question. Paimon's not too sure either, but she's definitely not the same kind of Fae as the ones we saw at the train station. Is that gonna be an issue?
Not exactly. It's just, I'm used to treating human patients. Fae tend to be far more resilient than even the healthiest and most long-lived of humans. But don't worry, I do have some experience treating Fae. I've even diagnosed plenty of cats and dogs in my time. Safe to say, I have a fairly eclectic range of expertise.
It'll be fine. Paimon's basically the same as a human, right? We're no different when it comes down to it, are we? That's just because Paimon knows how to eat.
Now, please take a seat. Okay, vital signs are good. Test results are all within normal ranges. I don't think it's anything serious. More than likely, you've just caught a cold. I can give you some medicine to tide you over, but as long as you rest properly for the next couple of days, you should feel better. Make sure to keep an eye on your temperature, though. If you find yourself with a persistent low-grade fever, or if your symptoms don't improve, just contact me again.
Sounds like there's no cause for alarm.
Thank you, Doc.
You're very welcome.
Take care. You heard the doctor. Best you rest up here for a couple days. No sightseeing for the time being.
All right, then. Guess we've got no choice. Let's just treat it as a short vacation.
I have to get back to it. If you need anything else from the doctor or me, hey, no big deal. You saved my life in the Shadow Realm. This is the least I could do. See you around.
All right. Time to find Child and see what he can tell me.
Not the best idea I've ever had. What am I now, you ask? Just a human who's lost her voice. Metaphors speak for themselves. Not the best idea I've ever had.
There'll be an extra
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Thank you for
Kamisato Ayaka, present. Next time, be sure to make a proper error. Kamisato Ayaka, present.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Let me see... Okay, let's get going. The next location on my list is really far away.
Time itself is exactly.
An antique value is in the eye of the beholder.
Can we play banker next time?
Time itself is exactly. But none of them believed me.
An antique's value is in the eye of the
next time?
Time itself is a silent song.
Have you decided where you will go from here? If not, why not find a patch of soft grass and rest a while?
Can we play Banker next time? Can we play Banker next time? Can we play Banker next time? Look at this stuff. It's so white. And so cold. Is it edible? Running late again.
Defensive mode engaged.
edible?
Traveler? Shh, don't look so surprised. There are all kinds of prey out in the Snezhnayan wilds. Well, all you need to know, they aren't legitimate organizations like the Fatui, but their roots run just as deep. Here in Snezhnaya, most things considered prey are dangerous to get involved with, but a hunter has to make a living. Rumor has it that some of these gangland folks have connections at the Energy Commission, and they've got a real hoard of Kresnik Crystal. All for smuggling, of course. It won't appear on Project Stuja's ledger, so no official. Don't worry. Like I said, Fey gangs aren't legitimate organizations. Once the crystal has been distributed to freezing villagers, do you really think they'd dare go? And as for me, they can't trace this back to me. Just doing what needs to be done. Besides, it's always good to have extra help, but... you know what? With your skills, you'll be fine. Good boy. Sit. Are there horns inside? And how about claws? So, the gang's heavyweights are present and they're armed. How many horns are we talking? More than 10? Still can't... Looks like I'll have to go and check for myself. I'm confident I can figure out their exact numbers, but I'll need to... Traveler, stay hidden nearby with Tugarin for... Hide over there and wait for my signal. Excuse me.
Where'd you come from, kid? What do you want?
I'm just a hunter. I've been hunting nearby.
Save it, kid. You better...
All right. 2 outside the door.
The heck do you mean by that?
Like I said, I'm hunting.
There's the gunshot. It's go time.
Show me what you take.
This. A little amusement. Preparing for dust up.
Installation chamber.
Headbutt!
Let's search the place and see where they hid the crystal.
Are these edible?
Not a single piece in here. What were they guarding this cabin for, then? A key and a... Hold on to the card for now. Makes sense if you think about it. Hoarding crystal is dicey business right now, so they'd want to... Sure. Assuming this key unlocks the door. There's nothing here. This ice. No, this ice is fresh. Probably put here to keep 2 safeguards in a row. Must be quite the hoard. No problem. It hasn't formed for long, so this should be a cinch. Sure enough, there's a path. Traveler, let's go. On reflection, that was a risky move I made back there. Diving headfirst into a suspicious cave isn't how an experienced hunter should operate. But it had to be done. Too many people need this crystal.
Stay back!
Wait, what? How are their gang members here too? Not just yet. Not until we know what's going on.
I said stay back! All of you!
Hey, cool it. I told you. Turn around and walk away now.
Not a chance! Anyone who finds these Myloff family will get their fair share, for old Sire's sake. But the rest? You think you could just show up here and expect us to walk away empty-handed?
They're arguing over how to split
Oh, you think you've hit the jackpot, huh? I bet you tried to get in, but failed, didn't you?
So what? We found this place first.
Old Sire is dead. Who were you hoping Zmi would...
What about Lady Voronina? Look, the only reason any of us are able to get by in this ash heap they call Snezhnaya is because times have been tough for everyone. I get that. But if you...
All right, so we're doing this the hard way.
Don't you dare try anything.
Stop.
We're all playing the same game, so don't take me for a fool. You never meant to let us get out alive. If it wasn't for these explosives, you'd have offed us already. We weren't the ones who stopped playing nice first. But it looks like they'll sell for a lot more.
Antiques? Sell them? You short slut.
Oh, save it.
Looks like we've run into another bunch of valuable antiques, apparently. Gang, we can't just hand antiques out to the villagers directly, though. We'll have to find a way to trade them in for Mora. But that, I can work with. Leave this to me. Go, Tagarin.
Show me! What? We got company? Just you? Cover me!
Drat! Leave him be. We took care of the guys outside. If he wants to call, let's go take a look inside. Antiques was right. If you're curious, I know a guy in the Rokot who's a... This thing clearly isn't going anywhere. Let's start with whatever we can carry. But with this barrier blocking the way, we can't get any further inside.
Shadow Realm barrier device.
An access card. Wait, that card we found earlier. Try it. With any luck, this might be what it's for. Everything else aside, still, if they knew they'd need this to clear the way, why? Clearly this card is very important to them. They couldn't afford to let it fall into the wrong. I just wonder why they'd exercise this much Guess we'll just have to head inside and take a look. We can study this. What is it? It's clearly not from this era either. Nothing else around here looks that valuable. We gotta make this hunt worth it somehow. I remember now. Not long ago, a Fae gang was going around buying... Pretty sure the drawing on the blueprint was this exact device. Not sure. All I remember is that we need to connect these pipes to get it running. Since the Fey gang's It's so warm.
Looks like the intel was good.
Tagarin,
Smart choice if you ask me. See what I'm holding? I grab now. The moment I let...
So you came right back here without calling for backup?
Shut it! My men were wiped out, and I lost the access card. The boss will I'm not leaving without that card! That and this equipment... Don't tell me you're after this technology, too. Oh,
You're overcomplicating this.
Don't play games with me. After the... Nowadays, we risk our necks digging stuff up in the Shadow Realm.
Tagarin?
What the?
Down means to prepare to attack. Sit is staying put.
Who sent you?
No one. I'm just a hunt. So it's a prototype Kresnik's torch? Well, if it really is unique. This place makes a perfect shelter. I'll bring all the This looked touch and go. Oh, I'm sure that if we kept following, but I'm also sure that would involve question for you. What do you with the sprawling wilderness? So, I'll let you hold on. You're the most famous member of the Adventurers Guild after all. Monumental events always seem to... Of course. Anyway. Turns out there's another exit here. I only noticed it when we were escorting the villagers over. Might be useful when you're in a hurry. We did good today. Thank pleasantries aside, here's your payment, so please...
All is well. I'm keeping watch here.
I know I'm right.
This pedestal looks...
Well, for starters, I can definitely confirm that it's Shadow Realm technology. Hey there.
Remember when I said I was gonna bring someone I know from the... So anyway, the pedestal.
Looks to me like some sort of device for browsing.
Establishing user permission.
Looks like we can use this pedestal to look up in...
Great.
This access card of yours is really cool. I expect we'll need to unlock the relevant clearance first, though. I bet it... You want me to teach you? I'm afraid my...
Running late again. Are these edible? I know I'm right. Dogs have their own language too. Time to roll. Hurry up, Brassa! Time to roll!
Looks like we'll need some additional access permissions after. Hurry up, Brassa! Get back on track!
Astro.
By the frost moon hold, receive my...
That's more like it. Some results of that. Did you honestly think that would hit me?
Defensive mode engaged. Yoo-hoo!
Blades, cold
With
resolve.
one heart, we pray. A moonlit
Keep it
night
up.
for all.
Entropy. Excellent. You barely managed to touch my level. All the long years teach you nothing.
Cleanup sequence in... Strike
engaged.
Be shackled. Great. Cold resolve. So you'd rather wallow in this rotten... All here shall bend to my will.
This is trouble!
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Try the frost in the hole. First, please.
A moonlit night for all.
Insulation chamber.
With one heart,
Surge.
Get back! You won't distract me
Cleanup
this
sequence
time.
initiated.
Just like a little buzzing fly.
left is the moon. For the everlasting thirst.
3 moons converge.
Just like a little
Flame.
buzzing fly. A petty trick.
Insulation chamber.
You poor lost lamb.
Burn all before you. Blade of the primal flame. New world that I've longed for.
Transporting fire! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
You asked for it! Stop right there!
Check this out!
Strike!
There is no escape! Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Glory to the Shogun!
Here's backup!
Final warning!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Hands where I can see!
Another test subject.
Busted.
Suffocate.
Here comes the catch.
Umbrella warfare, I guess.
Wrong test subject.
Feeling lucky? Attack! That's the way. Coming at ya.
Prepare yourself.
Come on, Nadia. Focus. Watch out.